Hello everyone and welcome back to Minifigure It Out, the series where we figure out how to make some minifigures based on, shows, movies, and this time, books. So for the longest time I've been stuck reading non-fiction books for classes, but now that I am officially done, I decided to finally get back into reading fiction, and the first series I wanted to tackle was Alex Rider. Yes, it's this cool teenage spy story, sort of a teenage James Bond, but, sort of dealing with more of like the real life sort of, parts of spycraft and everything, sort of the trauma and stuff that comes out of it sometimes with such dangerous and deadly missions, either both physically or mentally. It's a really amazing series. It has about 13 books, a movie, and a TV series too. Now there have already been two actors that have played Alex Rider, which are here and here, but I decided I wanted to do something different this time. I didn't want to just base it off of them. I wanted to sort of make my own, sort of how I envision Alex. There's not a lot of description of him in the book, outside of like just he has fair hair, he's athletic and stuff like that. And of course they describe his clothes every now and again, but I wanted to sort of make my own mental image of Alex. So that's what the challenge is today, not basing it off of any picture, any actor, any sort of thing like that, because there's also some sort of comic versions of the Alex Rider stories graphic novels. But yeah, today, let's do some mental imagery. Now here's a little something. Years and years ago, actually one of the first set of custom minifigures I ever made were Alex Rider minifigures. I made some based off of the movie. I don't remember if I did any for the other books because I had read them at the time, but yeah, I wanted to make some characters from the movie and stuff like that. The movie is oddly very stacked too. There's like a lot of like big names in there from England, surprisingly. You've got freaking Hagrid, you've got Andy Serkis is in there, you've got freaking Ewan McGregor for a little bit. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, yeah, so first off I wanted to start off with the face. Now one of the faces I wanted to use, I believe, is in here. Right here. We're giving him a mustache. No, he doesn't have a mustache. He's only 14 years old. I guess he could grow a mustache, but no, he's not about that mustache-heeled life, I'm afraid. So he's a clean-shaven guy. So that probably also won't work. Although this is Ewan McGregor, so we could do something there. But anyways, no. So the face I wanted to use, I believe, is right here. This sort of I feel like matches Alex's sort of face pretty well. This sort of the Leon Kennedy head. I feel like for every single one of these, you just have to use the same exact head. It's guaranteed. So that's pretty cool. But I'll also look around a little bit more too, see if we can find something else. It's sort of like a more serious face. Maybe we can sort of find something that's a little more friendly. See, I was kind of leaning towards this face, this young Han Solo face, but I feel like it just looks a little too old, I feel like he just sort of looks a little too mature. Like, he is only 14 years old, so I want to make sure his face is very youthful. This is still a youthful face too, but I think just the way that's structured sort of gives him like a little bit more of a mature feel. Instead, how about the... Oh wait, not that. What I meant to say was, how about this face? Yeah, I feel like this face, it's a little different from sort of the face that we had from earlier, this sort of the more serious face, but, we can make it work, it's okay. For me, the hair is the easiest part. I always imagine Alex with sort of this sort of haircut style. Sort of a little long, not super long, but, sort of a little wavy and stuff too. And, sort of this sort of blondish color. I think mostly based off of the first person to ever play Alex Rider in a live-action series, or live-action movie. But, I figured this would fit pretty well, sort of my mental image. This is sort of the hair that I used last time too, like years ago. So, perfect. Now here's the question, what would he wear? And I can always imagine him sort of having sort of standard clothing and stuff like that. Sometimes he sort of wears disguises and like stuff for his spycraft, but I was kind of thinking about this. This is, I think, a little too formal and stuff, a little too put together and everything for like a school kid. So not quite this, but something in this sort of general direction perhaps. I mean, this is tempting. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear this outfit? But we might want to go with something a little more realistic. I think where we want to go actually is Harry Potter. Yes, I mean, we're talking about teenage characters, and where a better place to go than Harry Potter for a bunch of teenage characters. So, looking for something a little more, a little less formal, kind of like this, or like this. I feel like this is always a classic. We're gonna take that, set that aside, but we'll see what else we can find here as far as casual clothing. I mean, you can't get more casual than a pillowcase, I guess. This is me thinking about what pieces I can use for this random minifigure. Here we are, pretty basic minifigure, just wanted to sort of, get the sort of, casual look for him and everything. I've got a surprise at the end too, but yeah, I've got all the pieces, now let's start assembling the minifigure. Oh, hey, no peeking. Actually, looking at the face, I'm not fully convinced just yet. This isn't quite my mental image, so I'm gonna find a better face real quick. Aha! Now we're talking. This classic Han Solo face. This one hasn't been used in a while. They sort of have one that looks a little more sort of defined and stuff with the cheekbones and everything. But yeah, this one looks nice. It sort of, still has a youthful energy to it. And also, a little fun fact, my good friend Twy B also used this head for his minifigure profile picture. So, very cool. Now that is much better, yeah, I think that definitely has more of a Alex Rider look to him, so there we go. Especially since, like, if you have, like, Ewan McGregor, like, continue to play his uncle in this sort of minifigure set, this kind of looks like Obi-Wan a little bit. His face, one of his older faces as far as, like, time-wise, as far as when it came out, but for young Obi-Wan in Episode 1, he's got a face similar to this, so I think that matches pretty well. And here's a little surprise. Yes, this bicycle. So in one of the books, the 4th one, which is called Eagle Strike, he gets this sort of tricked out bike that has all sorts of really cool gadgets on it and stuff. So I figured that'd be cool. One of my favorites gadgets that he gets is this cool bike. So there we go. Alex Rider, thank you all for watching. Enjoyed this video. We're going to be doing more of these pretty soon, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye! And hopefully next time we do something a little more complex. This was pretty simple.